So, welcome to 2021 South Carolina Coyote beach trapping. Just got out here today. We're running a little late. We had some mechanical issues on the way out that delayed us a few hours, but either way, we're here. We're gonna get a few traps in the ground this afternoon. But this is what we're trapping, man. Just beach, dunes, trapping coyotes for damage control for the sea turtle program. These coyotes, they made their way out to these barrier islands here in Carolina, and they just desolate the, did I say desolate? They decimate. They're on desolate islands, and they decimate the sea turtle nests. So you look that up in your dictionary when you get a chance. Anyway, we got, I don't know how far you guys can see, but this island's way down here. This is the point of the island. It's like, I think this place is about 2,000 acres, and it's mostly these sand dunes, man. And it's just this powdery sugar sand. So we got to do things a little bit different here than we do in the mainland. This is about the third or fourth year that we've trapped these islands now. We've had pretty decent success. And anyway, we're getting a set in right here. I'm gonna give you guys a look at that. All right, so here's our set, or the makings of it anyway. We got our MB450 stake down here. You gotta really drive these things in the ground. And another issue we run into beach trapping is ghost crabs. Ghost crabs dig little holes in the sand, and their burrows are about 1.5 inches or 2 inches in diameter, which just so happens to be the same size as our bait holes. So what we're doing on this set here, we got 3 big tufts of grass, and normally I wouldn't use a backing that high. That's, 14-15 inch high backing. Normally I wouldn't use anything that high, but since that's all there is out here, it's not going to affect the set any. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a little bit of surface baiting. I'm just going to smear the bait down at the bottom of these tufts of grass in about 3 spots here. Some bait, lure, kind of mix it up with a little bit of urine on the backing. And we got a good trail you can see coming through here. And there's some older coyote tracks on it. The only problem with tracking out here is the tracks, they can blow away in the wind, or just in a matter of a few minutes. A coyote can walk through, and in a few minutes a big gust of wind comes by and the sand's so fine it covers it right up. So we're setting on sign as we see it, but we're also setting on trails, and we trapped out here. This is our second year on this particular island, so I kind of know where the coyote paths are, where their travel paths are. So anyway, we're gonna get this set in and keep on moving. We got about 3 or 4 in, and it's pushing dark, so we're only gonna get maybe a dozen or so in today, and we'll check back with you in the morning, and hopefully we'll have something. Alright, so day 1 checks are over with. We only managed to get out about 9 traps yesterday. How well you guys can hear me in all this wind. We only managed to get out about 9 sets yesterday. The tide almost left us. We're just running low on daylight. But I want to give you guys a look at the landscape out here and just what makes this beach trapping so difficult and so hard to figure out. We've been doing it for about 3 or 4 seasons now, and we catch coyotes, we catch raccoons. We actually snagged a couple bobcats over here on this island last year, which we released because they're not a threat to the sea turtle nests. But it's just the terrain changes so quickly, and the landscape, it's all just fine powdery sugar sand, and the wind, the wind blows constantly. I mean, the ocean, there's literally, the ocean is right there. That's the Atlantic Ocean. You got your beach, your regular beach front like you'd lay out on and have picnics with your family, and then you come up in here and you got your dunes. Those are your primary dunes, these are your secondary dunes. And I mean, it's just pretty open landscape throughout these dunes, but then you move back here and you got regular heavy wooded forest like you would on the mainland. You can actually see these trees, the oaks, and it's mostly live oaks in here. They're actually laid back from the wind. They all grow backwards because there's such a constant sea breeze coming off. But I mean, we got 3 different landscapes right here within 200 yards of one another. You got beach, dunes, and this is where we try to set, because we got, you know, the little bit of shrubbery and things like that that actually hold the soil together, so you can actually make a set and make a dirt hole. And then you get up in here. I actually just walked back in here and jumped 3 or 4 deer. You get up in here and it's just heavy, thick woods. These islands are completely uninhabited. They are the true term of an, you know, the true definition of an island. There's no roads here. There's no people here. There's no houses. Nothing. I mean, there's no human activity. So another thing that makes catching these coyotes pretty hard is they're out here 365 days out of the year living on this island, and there's no human activity. The beaches are closed to the public because it's all state owned. And you know, 2 weeks out of the year, there's a little red 4-wheeler buzzing up and down the beach, and there's little holes everywhere with smelly food all in them. So I really think that kind of, it keys to the coyote's curiosity, but it also kind of heightens his alert system a little bit, like, wait a minute, something might not be right. So I guess I'm just giving you a list of excuses why we may or may not catch coyotes out here, but it is certainly difficult, and it's like nothing, you know, up till 3 or 4 years ago, it was like nothing I'd ever done before. And you know, each year we change something a little differently, and we do something a little different, just to try to pick the catch rate up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be out here on this island for 2 weeks, and we're gonna video. We're gonna have this video here is gonna be pretty long. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope we got plenty of footage on it too for you know, as far as catches and things like that goes. So just bear with me on this film. It's gonna be pretty long, but I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, Dad Bod Trapper checking in here, out on the beach. Well, beach over there, we're back in the dunes. Our first capture of our 2021 beach trapping adventure is a raccoon. How can you guys see that? There. Yep. Raccoon, not exactly the target species, but he is a sea turtle nest predator, so we're gonna get this guy handled and keep on moving. We took a little walk, got off the 4-wheeler and started walking through the woods a little bit, just kind of scouting. Not seeing a lot of coyote tracks up in the woods, lots of deer tracks. So we're just kind of scouting along and came across this big long rock wall, and I heard that there was a lot of activity on these islands back in like World War I, World War II, because of the submarine threats. There was lots of, you know, lookout stations and stuff on these islands. So we're gonna plunder down this rock, see if we can find us a snake. All right, so we've been walking down these rocks for a minute, and they just kind of keep on going, and we just spotted something. See if you guys can see it on the camera here. You should be able to, because it is a monster. Monster canebrake. Let's go up here and get a look at this thing. Holy crap. Wow. That thing is freaking huge. Whoop. He's getting a little mad. Snake 2 of the trip. Let's reach out there and tickle him a little bit. Probably one of the biggest canebrakes I think I've ever seen. They're out here on these islands, man, and I mean, they're just completely, you know, secluded and left alone. Nobody's bothering them, nobody's killing them. They got a few natural predators out here. They got some coyotes and some bobcats and things like that, but I mean, for the most part, they're, you know, once they get a few feet long, nothing's really bothering a canebrake. But I'm gonna get out of here and leave this guy alone, because my curiosity, I'll sit here and keep playing with this thing, and if I end up getting bit on this island, I'm pretty dead, so I don't feel like dying. Anyway. Sweet snake. Bounce them. Boys, the beach is looking beautiful today. Well, guys, you wanted it, you got it. There it is. Beach coyote. Pretty as it gets. Go ahead, talk to us. All right, beach trapping 2021. We're out here working with the sea turtle program, trying to help knock down these coyotes, because when they have a successful turtle nesting, these guys are digging up anywhere from 80 to 90% of the nest that the sea turtles lay on the beach here. So there it is, first turtle nest destroyer of 2021. Hopefully there's more to come. We actually tracked this guy like all the way down the beach. This thing was running in our four-wheeler tracks down the beach, and there we go. Got him on a flat set right here by this palm tree, about 100 yards off the surf. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, guys, this is our last day. We're pulling out of here this morning. Hadn't had a whole heck of a lot of footage on this run, as we hadn't had a whole heck of a lot of action on this run. We caught I think we caught 3 raccoons, 4 maybe, and 1 coyote that you saw there on I think that was our day 4. And after that, I've seen 1 fresh set of coyote tracks on this entire island since we caught that one. One day we couldn't even make it over to check because the wind was so strong. The waves were too high. It was way too dangerous to come check, which it didn't matter because we didn't catch anything. So really hoping that we pull one out late in the 4th here. So anyway, this is it. Well, I had a feeling this was gonna happen before the end of the trip. You look here, got a heck of a trail coming through, and right up here I made a blind set, put a couple foot guides down, just sprayed a little urine in the bushes. I picked up a bobcat. These bobcats on these islands are pretty doggone healthy. He's back foot caught, and this is not one of our targets, so I'm going to try my best to release him, hopefully with both of us being unharmed. And I might even try to film it so that there'll be evidence of how I died. So stick around. Come on now, almost hit me. Easy, buddy, come on now. Oh, I do not want you to hook one of them big ass claws. Didn't have a catch pole, man. I tried to let this cat out of this trap. I really didn't want to kill him. I mean, it's okay that I did, but it's not okay with me. You know, it's not what I'm after out here, and there's no value to this cat. I can't do anything with it, and I feel terrible about having to kill it. It's not on our target list, but it got me a little bit. Got lots of cat hair on my sweater. Anyway, I got to get out of these gnats, but it's a catch. It's good video content, but that's about it, and that's not what I'm about on this channel. So anyway, like I say, I feel bad about having to kill that cat, man, but I tried everything I could. So anyway, we're moving on. It's the last day, so we're pulling them as we go. Well, taking a walk of shame. Left our four-wheeler back here, headed to our boat over here, and the grand total on this 13-night trip, running about 30, somewhere around 30 traps. We got 4 raccoons, 1 coyote, and 1 bobcat. And believe it or not, I've had way worse runs than that. So if anybody ever gives you the opportunity to trap one of these beaches, though, man, I would definitely not take it, because it sucks. It's some of the most diverse, difficult, strangest, different world of trapping I've ever done. You know, I kind of came out here this year a little cocky because I've been doing it for 2 or 3 years, and I thought I had all the kinks worked out, and not so much. However, we did catch 3 here last year, and they were all females. They were all pregnant, and I did not see the amount of sign this year that I saw last year. So I'm hoping that there's probably a pretty low survival rate over here for all animals, I'd have to guess. It's just a harsh environment, you know, for an animal. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe hitting those 3 pregnant females like that last year might have put a dent in the population. And then the one we got this year was a female as well. So maybe after a year or 2 of that, it'll kind of, you know, tone them down. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. You can check out any of these videos here. You can click down here and subscribe. You can just give this video a like and watch some of our other ones. Subscribe to the channel, share some of the content, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one.